Gold loan process. Hi Goldie, I'm back to learn more about gold loan process. Tell me, what do you have in store for me today? Now that you have understood the gold related control checks, let us deep dive into gold loan process. There will be following steps in the process: initial counseling, valuation and storing of gold, document execution and disbursal. Let me take you through the process. Initial counseling. BM explains prospective customers about product, rate of interest, repayment mode, current gold rate being offered, and other information that are beneficial for them to take the decision to avail the loan. BM also inquires about gold to be pledged, purpose of the loan, and other factors to check the eligibility of the customer. After the counseling is done and the customer agrees to the terms, the customer is guided to gold loan counter for further process. At this stage, BM calls the valuer to come to the branch for valuation. In absence of BM at the branch, BOSM or gold loan officer can also call the valuer. Valuation. Valuation is done by external empaneled valuer. Before the valuer comes and starts with the process, I do an important thing, that is, check the weighing machine again. This is to be doubly sure that weight of the ornaments taken is accurate. Along with equipment used for valuation process, you will require a valuation sheet and barcoded empty gold pouch. Let's understand valuation process step by step. The first step is valuer's verification. I make sure that valuer empanelment letter copy is at the gold loan counter. When the valuer arrives at the gold loan counter, I check and verify valuer's KYC details on the basis of this letter and update the declaration of checking the valuer KYC in valuation sheet. Second step is preliminary ornament count and weights check. I take the gold ornaments to be pledged from the customer on tray with velvet cloth, so that no small part is rolled away or lost. I count these ornaments and check each of the piece individually for any cuts or additions. Once this check is done satisfactorily, I weigh and record the total gross weight and count of ornaments in the valuation sheet. I then hand over the ornament tray and the valuation sheet to the valuer. Third step is valuation by valuer. Before proceeding further, valuer checks the purity and authenticity of gold by rubbing it on stone and then with acid. This is called scratch and acid test. Remember, valuer cannot determine purity only on the basis of touch and feel. It is necessary to do scratch and acid test for determining the purity of gold. Valuer records gross weight and number of ornaments in the valuation sheet. On the basis of the gross weight and deductions of non-gold particles, valuer arrives at the net weight and fine weight. I check if all the required fields are filled and valuer has signed the sheet. Based on the details entered in the valuation sheet, I enter the data in the system to arrive at the final loan amount that can be offered to the customer. If the customer agrees to the loan amount, then a gold pledge image is taken. It is a photograph of customer, co-applicants, valuer, gold loan officer, joint custodians, and ornaments. This is all about valuation step. Storing gold. Gold is stored in barcoded gold pouch along with a copy of valuation sheet and sealed in a way that details written on valuation sheet is visible outside. Remember, all the details on the face of the pouch must be filled and signed by you, valuer, and customer before sealing the pouch. Sealed pouch is weighed to note the TPW, that is, total packet weight, on the face of the pouch. Post this, the joint custodian and I store this sealed pouch in the hand safe till end of the day. This movement is recorded in the register. The rest of the data entry is done in SFDC and the loan is sanctioned. Post the sanction, there is the document generation stage where the branch user is given the provision to do an e-sign, digital mandate and e-stamp, that is, if applicable. In case these parameters are successful, then the case will get disbursed. If not, then the physical document execution needs to be done, and post the verification of the same, the case will get disbursed. If customer chooses to receive loan amount in cash, I prepare miscellaneous voucher and accompany customer to the teller counter along with the loan documents. Here, the teller looks at the documents and voucher before processing the cash disbursement. The customer receives the cash and is advised to sign behind the voucher as an acknowledgement of payment received. Remember, cash disbursements cannot be beyond 1 lakh rupees. The sanction letter, gold pledge card copy, AOF acknowledgement and repayment schedule is handed over to the customer. Now, are you clear? Yes. And at the end of the day, gold-related processes, as was explained earlier, will be applicable. Wonderful! I'm much clear about the process now. I will quickly sum up my learning today. BM does the initial counseling to evaluate eligibility of prospective customer. Valuation of gold to be pledged is done by the external empaneled valuer. Scratch and acid test done by valuer is mandatory to determine the purity of gold. Gold pledge image is taken when customer agrees to the gold loan amount. Cash disbursements are done by teller by verifying the documents and miscellaneous voucher. Gold pouches are stored in hand safe through the day and moved to vault by vault custodians. This concludes our gold loan infra checks, control checks and process. All the best for the assessments.